Don't compromise yourself. You are all you've got. Janis Joplin. Let this be your reminder, a command to your spirit. Don't compromise. Too many dreams have died in the shadows of compromise. Too many visions have been buried under the weight of settling for less. Too many brilliant minds have traded their authenticity for acceptance, their power for permission, and their purpose for the approval of people who never understood their worth in the first place. Compromise is sneaky. It often doesn't announce itself. It disguises itself as being reasonable, playing it safe, or waiting for the right time. It whispers that lowering your standards is the only way to get ahead, that dimming your light will make others more comfortable, that silence is better than standing firm. But let me tell you something. Compromise is a thief. It will rob you of your future if you allow it. I know what it's like to be pressured into compromise. I know what it's like to feel the weight of expectations pressing down on you, making you question if standing your ground is worth it. But I also know this. Every time you compromise on who you were created to be, you take a step away from the life you were destined to live. The world will tell you that success requires negotiation, that you have to give a little to get a little. But let me tell you the truth. You don't have to trade your integrity for success. You don't have to exchange your vision for validation. You don't have to bow down to fit in. Your greatness is not up for debate. If you ever find yourself at a crossroads where compromise seems like the easiest path, I urge you to pause. Take a deep breath. Look at the bigger picture. Because what feels like a small concession today can become the reason you live with regret tomorrow. Some of you have dreams locked inside of you, but you keep compromising. You tell yourself, one day I'll go after it. But every time you settle for less than you deserve, you push that one day further away. Some of you are in relationships where you're shrinking yourself just to keep the peace. Some of you are at jobs where your potential is being stifled, but you stay because it's comfortable. But let me ask you, is comfort worth the cost of your calling? I get it. Standing firm is not always easy. It may cost you friendships. It may cost you opportunities. It may even cost you the approval of people you once admired. But I promise you this. What you gain by standing in your truth will always outweigh what you lose. When you refuse to compromise, you attract what is meant for you. The right relationships, the right opportunities, the right doors, they open for those who dare to stand. Think of the greatest trailblazers in history. Do you think they made a difference by playing it safe? By bending to the will of the crowd? No! They stood firm. They refused to compromise. And because of that, they changed the world. So I ask you today, what will your legacy be? Will you be remembered as someone who adjusted to fit in, or as someone who refused to bow? Will your story be one of regret or one of resilience? Will people look at your life and say they settled, or will they say they never backed down? You were not born to blend in. You were born to break barriers. You were born to set new standards. You were born to be the exception. But that will never happen if you keep compromising. There is a fire inside of you that is waiting to be unleashed, but you must protect it. You must guard your vision. You must fight for your future, because if you don't, the world will try to mold you into something you were never meant to be. So today, I challenge you. No, wait, I dare you. Make the decision that from this moment forward, you will not compromise. Not on your faith, not on your values, not on your vision, not on your voice. Because when you refuse to compromise, something powerful happens. You begin to attract divine alignment. The right people will show up. The right doors will open. And the purpose that has been waiting for you will finally become your reality. I am living proof that you don't have to give in to the pressure. I am living proof that when you hold on, when you refuse to shrink, when you refuse to break, you will rise. No matter how many times life has knocked you down, no matter how many setbacks you have faced, no matter how impossible your dreams may seem right now, you will rise. Because resilience is woven into the fabric of who you are. The obstacles that were meant to break you are actually shaping you. The pain that was meant to destroy you is refining you. Every challenge, every disappointment, every betrayal has been a stepping stone, preparing you for the moment when you step fully into your power. You may have been counted out, underestimated, or even written off. But hear me clearly. Your story is not over. What was meant to bury you is about to become the very ground from which you rise. And when you rise, you won't rise the same. You will rise stronger, wiser, and more fearless than ever before. You will rise with clarity, with purpose, and with a new level of confidence that can't be shaken by temporary storms. When you rise, you will no longer seek validation because you will finally understand that your worth was never dependent on outside opinions in the first place. You will rise knowing that everything you went through had a purpose, and now you stand, not as a victim of your past, but as a testimony of perseverance. So stand tall, breathe deeply, and take your place. Because you will rise, and the world will take notice. And so I leave you with this. May your standards be high, your faith unwavering, and your vision be unstoppable. May you walk boldly in who you are, knowing that you don't need permission to be great. And may you never, ever, ever choose to compromise. You've got this. Peace and blessings, Dr. O.